it's 10:15. We're going to start. How are you this morning? Are we good? All right. So let's get through our announcements quick. Do you want to go grab them? Are we ready to go? All right. So we have the rummage sale June 2nd, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Friday. Saturday, June 3rd, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. There he is! Woo! And so we are, yeah. All right. Okay. All right. You can still bring stuff. And so I know that they brought in some stuff this morning. We can still bring stuff. All right. Okay. And if you have a heart for children and you want to help, please see Pastor Ken or Christine for that, Gilbertson. Our announcements, then we have communion this morning. Monday, May 8th, 6:30 is the design team. Worship practice Tuesday. Is that the second Tuesday of the month? So is this our normal practice? I don't know, is Christy supposed to be back from vacation? Do we want to take it to the next Tuesday?
Wouldn't be this Tuesday, because it's the first.
That's the first Tuesday, so it would be the next one. Okay. So no, unless there's songs that we want to do, that we have done. Right, so do you guys want to meet on Tuesday, or do you just want to wait till the next Tuesday? Okay. We'll meet on Tuesday. Tuesday at 6:30. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. So, Penny Deluge and Ron Coles have invited the church to their wedding, July 8th. Here's the invitation, and I'll put it up on the back. Bulletin board. It's July 8th, Saturday at 2 p.m. at First Covenant Church, 411 South Ohio Avenue, Mason City. So I'll put that back up there. You're all invited. And so we're excited for Ron and Penny. Very, very excited. Okay.
Yeah.
So we had Jamie had a stroke this past week, and we put that through the announcements on the prayer chain. Apparently there was a young man who tried to commit suicide.
Yeah.
His brother is now suicidal. The young man who tried to commit suicide is on life support right at this moment. I don't know what that outcome will be or not be, or on life support for organ donation or on life support to save a life. I'm not sure. But the brother is now in the behavioral unit because he doesn't want to live if his brother is not here. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, and I don't get into extreme amount because sometimes life is life and it's just choices. Yeah. And you can give Satan a lot of credit that is just your choice. But there does come a time when there are spiritual battles, and something hit this morning so terrible. Even with the praise and worship practice, like getting out of bed and getting here, Pastor Ken this morning, in conversation, I mean, he's out. He's seeking to destroy. So we can decide as Christians to surrender our pride, our arrogance, our anger, our know-it-allisms, and come to serve, or we can take up that cross and fight. One of the first things that God teaches us is to love thy neighbor as thyself. You can't get into the meat of the word and decide about spiritual battles and decide about all of this stuff if you cannot love your neighbor as yourself. Because he's given us commandments, but the greatest of these is what? Love.
Yeah.
So if you have strife in your heart today against someone, hurt feelings, cliques about who you can hang out with, who you can't hang out with, who's better, I'm asking you, as your pastor, put it under the blood and lay it down. You cannot move forward if you can't love your neighbor as yourself. Period. I can tell you I have a strong personality, so I can rub people to the left, rub people to the right, right? I'm one of, right. I have to take myself and put me in check because I will in my first nature rise to the challenge. Ask the police officer who I put in check because my mom's house was getting ransacked by drug dealers. I had had enough, right? So I know in my first nature that I have to continually crucify it because that thing rises up and I'm ready to go, right? So if that is in your first nature, I can understand. You might be the other person that walks totally humble, and never has an opinion, and just rolls with it, where the Lord is like, no, I need you to have some boundaries. Like he takes us and stretches us beyond ourselves. What he's been dealing with Ken and I on is love thy neighbor as thyself.
Yeah.
It's really, really easy to say. It's really, really easy to make sure you can point it at somebody else and you need to do that. Take the person that maybe just irritates you a little bit. That's who God's dealing with you about, and that's what you're supposed to be doing. Love your neighbor as yourself. Even the one with oil and vinegar when you're together, right? Love your neighbor as yourself. And you have to put it down. I don't know where or why this is coming so hard this morning, but it is. And so I would also say if you're in leadership in the church, come some morning ready to give, ready to help others. You can't always be the one with your hand out saying, I need. You're in leadership because God is saying he stretched you, and you're there now to be the seasoned Christian to give and to be there for those that really are needing. Not that your needs are not important. But Sunday morning is a draw. It's a draw. People are coming in empty. They need to be refilled back up. They need to know that they can come here and find a place